up, YouTubers? This is Harpy89 and the voices in my head coming at you from the Duelist Den. And for today's top 10 list, we're going to be going over the 10 signs that you are addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, before we get into this list, I need to make an announcement here. War Child, I still have not gotten any correspondence from you. If you want your packs of Battles of Legend Life's Revenge that you won, then you need to go to the Facebook page and send me a message with your mailing information. That way I can get those packs to you. But anyway, with that being said, let's start the list. The number 10 reason you might be addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that you just won't leave the game. And it's not really a choice if you think about it. Now we see this every format, or every era I should say, where a ton of people say that they're going to leave the game because of the new mechanic. The new mechanic has broken the game. The new mechanic sucks. It's just getting too boring. It's too stale. It's too crazy. It's not what it used to be. And that they threaten to leave the game. And it's not just with the summoning mechanics. It could be something simple as, they don't like cards that have been put on the ban list or something like that. And despite all of their bitching, they are still playing the game. They just cannot leave. The number 9 reason you might be addicted is that you take your cards everywhere. At the very least, you take a deck everywhere you go. And this has been proven time and again. There was actually a post on Zodiac Duelist a few days ago where somebody was starting their first day of college, and sure enough, they had their fucking deck box in their passenger seat of their car, But it's just, you take your cards everywhere, or at very least, you take a deck everywhere you go. And this is something I do as well. I have all of my cards. If I'm not home, I have all my boxes of commons in my trunk. I have my bag with all my higher rarities in the trunk. I have all my decks with me. I take them everywhere I fucking go because I never know when I'm going to run into somebody who, plays or who might want to trade. Even when I'm at work, yes, there have been times where I've been at work and I was just casually talking to somebody I worked with about Yu-Gi-Oh! And wound up dueling somebody when I got off, So you take your cards everywhere you go. You can't seem to leave them at home. Number 8 is you are constantly thinking of new strategies or new deck ideas, ways you can improve your deck, or new strategies you can implement in your deck, things like that. It's constant, Anytime you have a spare second, that's what you're going over, You're thinking of when the next event is, that way, you can be ready for it, what's the meta at the next event, or who you're going to be playing at locals, what they're playing, how you can get around them. It's just constantly up in your head, going over strategy after strategy, coming up with new ideas, new techniques, new ways to implement your cards. It's constantly there, and you can't seem to stop doing it. Playing the game for more than half your life. I hate admitting this, I am 28 years old, okay? I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since it was first released in the TCG. What was that, 17 years ago? So, since I was 11, I've been playing this game more than half of my life, And you may think, oh, you're 28, you're almost 30-year-old fucking guy, Why are you still playing this game? I'm addicted to it, guys. There's no getting around that. Alright? I cannot stop playing, And for people who have been playing as long as, I have, or, there's even some people playing, 10 plus years, We've invested so much time, so much money, and so much of ourselves into this game that we literally cannot function without it. Having a Yu-Gi-Tube channel. The number 6 reason you might be addicted is if you have a Yu-Gi-Tube channel. Well, it doesn't even have to be a big Yu-Gi-Tube channel. Take my channel. I've had my channel up over a year and a half. I think it's like 2 years I've had my channel. I'm only at 90 subscribers. Yeah, I keep doing the channel. Mainly because, even though I do have a small following, people still enjoy watching my content and whatnot, but it's also something that I enjoy doing as well. And it is a nice outlet, because I don't really have a huge Yu-Gi-Oh community in my town. So being able to talk and interact with people from all over the place, especially through the channel and through Facebook groups and things like that, it's an outlet for, being able to feel my addiction, So if you have a YouTube channel, it's a huge indicator, even if it's a small channel that doesn't see a lot of growth, it could be a sign that you're addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh! The number 5 spot is that you settle disputes with your friends by dueling them. And this is something I have done with my friends, And I don't do it with my friends who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! But my friends that do play Yu-Gi-Oh! When we have a dispute, there are times that we will actually duel one another to settle the argument. And it may sound ridiculous, it may sound like something that, comes straight out of the fucking anime, but it is something people do. And being that, I am a Yu-Gi-Oh! Addict, I will admit that freely. I am addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh! This is actually something that I have done myself. Your Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection costs more than your card. Now, it doesn't mean that your total sum of your collection is worth more than your card. I mean, yeah, it can be, but it's also if you spent more money on Yu-Gi-Oh! Product than you have your car as well. The car I'm buying right now is a little over $5,000. And honestly, I can say I have spent more than $5,000 on booster packs, mats, deck boxes, secondary materials for the game, such as sleeves and dice and binders and all that. I can honestly say I have spent more of my lifetime on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection than I have for my current car, okay? And then there's also some people out there who actually have a collection that is actually worth more than their car. And I'm pretty sure my collection is, I haven't, priced my entire collection, but even, if I, took, like the thousands and thousands of cards I have, or commons that I have and valued them at like a quarter a piece, I'm pretty sure it'd still be worth more than my car. But if your most expensive thing that you own is your Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection, it's a pretty good sign that you're addicted. You can't imagine what your life would be without Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, this goes back to, playing for more than half your life as well, but personally, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Died, I don't know what I would do. I mean, yeah, there's Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and all these other TCGs that I could go and play. I play Magic, I play Pokemon too, but I don't know what I would do with myself if Yu-Gi-Oh! Died, because that is a huge part of my life. My life consists of my family, my job, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, those are the 3 aspects of my life. And just, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Were to die, even if, I had, a warning, like they said, we have 6 more months of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or this would be the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Era or whatever, like the last worlds set for Yu-Gi-Oh! And we will no longer be making cards or anything like that. If Konami did that, I have no idea what I would do in my life, because there's nothing else other than my family and my job, and you need an outlet for entertaining yourself as well. And I have no idea what I would do if Yu-Gi-Oh! Died. If your waifu is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Character, or the first crush of your life was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Character, you might be addicted. Now, there are a lot of people who are into this whole waifu thing. I don't see the point of it. I tried it for like a day and I got bored with it because it didn't make any sense to me. I mean, I have a real life girlfriend, I mean, what the fuck do I need a digitized, always try to make me happy thing that can't think for itself, But there are a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who actually have waifus designed off of either their favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Character or a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, like Dark Magician Girl, for example. Now, my first crush was actually my Valentine from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. So I'm not singling other people out. You know, I'm guilty of this one too. My first crush was my Valentine from the original Yu-Gi-Oh arc. Damn, she was fucking sexy. Anyway, but if your first crush or if your waifu is based off of Yu-Gi-Oh or was a Yu-Gi-Oh character, you're definitely fucking addicted. The number one sign that you might be addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh is that your life values and most of your life lessons were learned by playing the game. Now, what I mean by that is you can learn a lot through Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Sam Cox did a video over this several weeks ago, but you can learn a lot of valuable things like managing your money. You do that by managing your resources for your deck and things like that. Even some life lessons, you know, like your stuff gets stolen at an event. What are you going to do? You're going to take better care of your stuff and keep a better eye on your stuff. That way it doesn't get stolen, you know. There's a lot of life lessons and life values you can learn from Yu-Gi-Oh! I think one of the biggest ones I've learned from Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually respect, to be honest with you. You know, respecting your opponents, you know, respecting their property, things like that. That's a big one that I personally have learned from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, yeah, my mom tried to teach me that, or taught me that growing up as well. But now, when you're now 7, 8 years old, you don't really think about that stuff. But when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I started to understand what she was talking about, respecting other people's property and respecting other people as well. And personally, I mean, right now there's a big, you know, race issue going on in America. But if you go to a Yu-Gi-Oh event, you know, think about it. The Yu-Gi-Oh spans the entire world. I mean, when was the last time you've seen a racial issue at a world championship or an ARG or an NAWCQ or something like that? I mean, you don't see it. I mean, yeah, you see people, you know, dissing on people because they're scrubs and whatnot, but you don't really see a big race issue. You know, and that's because I think Yu-Gi-Oh is something that can bring people together. It can divide boundary, or it can, you know, blast through boundaries, and you know, it's just something, you know, like I said, it can bring people together. It doesn't matter race, religion, you know, sexual orientation, you know, whatever. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh is something, you know, can bring people together. It teaches a lot of great life values, teaches you, you know, life lessons. It's something that does teach you a lot. And if your life values and your life lessons were learned through Yu-Gi-Oh, that's a big sign that, you know, you're addicted to the game. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this video. Let me know some of your Yu-Gi-Oh addiction habits down in the comment section below. As always, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check me out on all of the social media pages. I'm not really active on Instagram all that much, but the other ones I do post on, you know, at least I try to post on them on a regular basis. Anyway, also make sure you guys go and support me on Patreon. Patreon will allows me to do pack giveaways, and you know, it's going to start going towards mat giveaways as well once you get a little bit more built up. But it all goes right back into the channel. And if you want a little bit of incentive, my Patreon supporters get special prizes and special access, and even some of them will be getting guest spots on the channel as well. I would do shout outs to Patreon supporters, things like that. So my Patreon supporters will get special attention and recognition and some special support and prizes as well. But you have to go and support me on Patreon in order to get those things. But until next time, this is Harp89 and the voices in my head. We just want to say Yu-Gi-Oh is not just a game. Yu-Gi-Oh is life.